Oh, hi, all 0 people of you guys here. I'm sorry I'm like 1 minute late. I had this weird thing happen with my computer. I don't know what happened to my computer. It was like acting as if it like wanted to completely like reboot my Mac. I don't know what happened there. It was very weird. So, anyways, a very spontaneous live on a Thursday evening. I don't know who's going to appear. As of now, there are 0 people on the live, but hopefully it'll fill up. Hi, 2 people on the live. If you're here, let me know. Show me in the comments that you're here. I decided to do a very spontaneous live. Hi, Juan. And hi, Joe. Juan, you say hello, everyone. And it's literally just, oh, now there's 10 people. Okay, that's nice. Guys, we're going to do a live with my mom. Isn't that exciting? I feel like you guys sometimes know my friends even more than my family. I think some of my family they're not camera shy, but like they don't really want to be, I don't know. Sometimes they just don't want to be in the public, and I understand that. I mean, I don't know why someone would want to, really. It's you have to sort of choose this life. Hi, Emma. I'm so happy that you're here. Hi, all 11 people. Guys, we're gonna meet my mom today properly. I come in and she's like, it's like 11 p.m. here, right? And she's like watching TV in her pajamas. I'm like, Emma, do you want to be on my live? She's like, oh, but I'm in my pajamas. And like, what do you mean? And like, well, I'll get dressed. Get dressed and like, come into my room in like 20 minutes or so. And so if you guys are willing to stay here to meet my Ima, my mother, then I'll be very happy. Her name is Orit. Let me write her name in the chat. Hi, Dean. That's my mother's name. Her name is Orit. So like Oriel, Orit. And hi, Chris. Hi, Soldanim. Yeah, my mom I sort of like blindsided her. I'm just like out of the blue, like, do you want to be on the live? And so she said yes. And so she'll come in a bit. But I just wanted to sort of catch up with you guys until she comes here and just ask how you guys are doing and what you guys thought about the last vlog of my announcement, if you were able to watch it, which basically means that we are going on an old city adventure, and I think it's going to be so much fun. Hi, Dai, and hi, Nancy. There's someone here that sent a lot of cool emojis, and I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. Someone asked, what time is it in Israel? It's 11 p.m. So it's nearing midnight. Just nearing midnight. But I'm so excited because I put out the latest vlog about living in the old city, or at least that's the plan. And I'm not entirely sure what what the timing of it is or when it's going to happen. But I feel like it won't happen too far into the future. That's my assumption. But I feel like it needs to happen. Like I feel very, very, very strongly that that's what I need to do. And I don't know for how long it's going to be, but I would like it to be at least for 2 weeks. So I was a little bit clickbaity when I was like moving to, it's like it is short term, You're saying, why can't I say your name? I didn't want to butcher your name. It's Aditya. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name because you have 2 A's, and I'm wondering how I would say those 2 A's. Maybe you can like break down your name for me. Hi, Monica. Someone is asking, is it getting cold in Israel? In Belgium, you feel the cold in the evening. Autumn is coming. Jerusalem is a bit unique because it can be very hot during the day, and then somehow it can like cool down during the evening, and it can actually get like very cold. And we're still in the heat of summer right now, as you can see. I'm nowhere near wearing long sleeves, but I have a friend that she like she's from somewhere else in the country, and then she came to Jerusalem. She's like, oh, it's so cold, So that was a thing. Hi, Lion of Ya from Pennsylvania. So happy. Hi, Paul. Yes, so happy. Hi, Paul from Spain. That's so cool. I was considering visiting Spain next month, but I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Hi, Abhinav. Good to see you. What are we talking about? Finally here on time for a surprise live. So happy. Hi, all 36 people. It's actually a nice turn up for me, 36 people on a very random Let's Go Live on a Thursday evening, not our usual times, but I'm very happy. Emma is asking, is the light rail maintenance completed? No, and it really sucks. So guys, we have a light rail in Jerusalem. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me answer the prior question about what we're talking about today. I just wanted to catch up with you guys, but also my mom, my Ima, has agreed to be on the live. So I told her about 10-ish minutes ago, like, come in 20 minutes, when you're ready. And I just told her, she's like, what are they going to ask? I'm like, I don't know. We're just going to talk. So you guys get to know my Ima. Her name is pinned up at the top. Her name is Orit. And she's a Wonder Woman of a mother. And she's my neighbor in the room. She's like next to mine. So we're neighbors in that sense. Hi, Melrose from Washington, D.C. Lena, first time here. I'm so happy. Welcome. I am so happy. Pablo from French Guyana. Very happy that you're here. Guys, welcome all you new people, all you channel old timers. I literally just wanted to pop up on the live to say hi to you guys, but also for you guys to meet my mother, because I feel like you see these different like people on the vlog or like people I collaborate with, or you see these images of people, but you don't see my family. And I think that's because my family is sort of I don't know, some of them are a bit more private and they less like to be, in the public eye. I don't even know how much you can call my channel the public eye, but once you put yourself out there on the internet, it's it's something. And so Stefan, hi. I just started my lunch at work and I made it to live. Yes. So happy to be part of your lunch break. What are you eating? I think we all want to know what you're eating. Everyone here, all 43 people want to know what you're eating. But yes, my mother will join us. And I'm so happy. Hi, Monsul. So yes, my mother will join us in a bit, and I guess it's just so that you guys can get to know my family. Stephanie's eating donuts for lunch. Yummy. Haven't had a donut in a long time. Even though we are far apart, our hearts are always close. I believe that. We are all one family of brothers and sisters. I love this. Tara says, glad you said it to subscribers only. I felt pretty bad the streams with your friend, as he seemed to take offense to something I posted that wasn't meant that way. Tara, was that with Ido? Was that with the Saluki? Because that was the one that we didn't do like a subscribers only, and it got a little bit heated. Yes, I'm sorry, Tara. I have friends from like different backgrounds, and I don't always agree with the things that they do or are. And I was really, if this is the case that I'm thinking about, Tara, I was really, really, really unhappy with that. I think I don't know if he was talking about like it was like donations or something. If it was that case, then like I just want to apologize that happened. You guys should know that I am not here for money. I don't expect you guys to send me money. I'm not asking you guys to send money. You should know that if you do send donations or if you do support my channel in this way, it literally goes all to charity. We haven't made the first payment yet. I'm working on making sure that it goes to the right place. I can see someone's a bit spamming the comment section, and that's not really cool with me right now. So you can stay here, but not really with that attitude. So yes. Tara, I had nothing against them. I'm happy to hear that. I think that it's this is sort of the nature of what I do. I know different people from different backgrounds. I'm on different closeness levels with different ones of them, and not all of them are of the same spirit. You know what I mean? I love them either way, but I wasn't happy with how he spoke to you, and I know I can't control him, and I can't technically apologize in his name, but I apologize that happened, and I'm very sorry for it. And maybe I also should have done a better job at noticing that happened, and perhaps like how to deal with that, because there were so many comments, and I was not expecting him to react that way, and I don't know, I didn't know how to navigate it well, and so I apologize, and hopefully if that ever happens again, which I hope it doesn't, I hope that I can deal with that better. So thank you so much for understanding and for being so gracious towards me. In the meantime, till my mom gets here in a few minutes, by the way, all 58 people of you guys, you get to meet my mother today, which is a very rare occasion. But I think she sort of like wanted to be on the live so she can get to know you guys and all the things. So, yes. Again, there's some people that we're going to put in timeout because we just don't have time for that right now. There we go. I don't have a moderator because, with people like this, you have to understand, like, they will subscribe. Okay, so if you guys look at the comment section, all 60 or 59 of you guys now, if you look at the comment section, the people that I just put in timeout, they literally subscribe so that when the live happens, they can do stuff like this. And I think it's just such a weird waste of time. Like, is this literally what you're doing with your time? And I guess that it is. But they have to literally subscribe to be able to do this, because I don't allow non-subscribers to sorry, my brain is dead. No, it's not. To comment for at least like 24 hours. So it means that they've been waiting to come on this live just to be trolls, which I think is very pathetic. So, anyways, yes, you guys are going to meet my mother. I pinned my mother's name at the top. Her name is Orit, Orit. And maybe I'll give you guys just a little bit of a background about my mother until she gets here. So my mother is one of two children, meaning I only have one aunt. Actually, I have one aunt on each side. And she is the firstborn of a family that comes from a third generation of Messianic Jews since the Holocaust. So my great-grandparents came from Romania to come back to Israel after the Holocaust. My great-grandfather somehow survived. He went through medical experiments on his body. He was an athlete. He was a very strong man. And so they experimented on him to see what the human body can survive. In the meantime, my great-grandmother with my grandmother were hiding in the basement of a rich family. I think it was either their neighbors or the family that my great-grandmother worked for as like a housekeeper. And they just hid her and my grandmother in the basement. And that's how they survived the war. My great-grandfather survived. They reunited, and they came to Israel on one of the boats to make Aliyah. To make Aliyah basically means, like, it's from the word to ascend, just basically means to come back to Israel, to immigrate back to Israel. And so there were two ships that were coming to Israel, and they sort of stopped them at some point. They're like, no, like, only these people will go in the first boat. You guys will go in the second boat. And the first boat was attacked and sunk. And the second boat, which they were on, was brought to Cyprus, to a refugee camp. And so they stayed there for quite a while. And then they were basically allowed to, come to Israel. And the cool thing is, like, the way that they decided where they were going to live is, like, when they got there were like two postcards. One of them, I think, was of like Yafo Tel Aviv, and the other one was Jerusalem. And my great-grandfather tells my grandmother, choose. Like, literally that, like, choose which one you want. And she looks at both of them, and she chose what she thought was the most beautiful, which was Yafo Tel Aviv, and so they moved to Yafo Tel Aviv, and that's sort of the story. At some point, my grandmother got married to my grandfather. They had 2 children. They got divorced when my mom was a teenager. So, yep, that's my mother. My mother has 6 children. I'm the third of 6, and I'm currently living back home. Not ideal, but not ungrateful. And that's sort of the background. The way my parents met was they met at what's called the Feast of Tabernacles. So in Israel, we have Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, but the ICJ, which is an ICJ, Israel Christian Embassy, Jerusalem. That's what it's called. They put out like basically a parade in which all the nations come. They show solidarity with Israel in this parade, and it's very lovely and beautiful. And they also have basically like these days in which they do like worship and teaching and all these things, and they tour and stuff like that. So long story short, literally decades ago, my dad was a classical modern dancer at that conference. My mom was a makeup artist, and that's how they met. Within 6 months, they were married. So that is that's the story of sort of like a quick background with my parents, and that's sort of how it was. So I'm just looking, I was just talking to the camera, but wasn't looking at your comments yet. Let's see. Abhinav says, talking about having people from different backgrounds, being a Messianic Jew, have you ever faced difficulty or challenges with finding acceptance from the broader Orthodox Jewish or Christian community? It's a complex issue with a complex answer, I would say. So there's only about 20,000 Messianic Jews in Israel, and in the world we're about 1 million. In Israel, we're not. I guess it depends. Like who you speak with or to. We're accepted by a lot of society. Maybe some of them think that we're weird. Maybe they think that we're a cult because we're not many in numbers. But Orthodox Jews and like religious people, they don't accept me, or they don't accept me as a Jew. They believe that I'm not a Jew. And that's because they say that like I've converted to Christianity, which I don't believe is true at all. I think that what I believe in is Judaism complete. That's what I believe. That's so cool. It looks like I have short hair, which I don't. I have longer hair than that. Anyways, I'm just messing around. So yeah, they're not generally accepting, but something actually really nice happened. I will, if you guys don't know, let me introduce you to someone who has recently become like a bit more of like a person that I know, if you will. I don't know if he'd consider me a friend or like just a casual friend, but I just put a link for Tal Oran, who is the traveling clat. If you have never seen, if you've never seen the traveling clat, you really need to, because there we go. He's, first of all, he's a really great guy. Very nice, very, very giving. And recently I got to actually like finally meet him, because I think we're just back and forth in like messages on different like things. And it was really nice to sort of like give me like the time of day. His platform is so huge and he knows so many people that I'm sort of like, I don't know why he's even giving me the time of day. Maybe I feel a little bit inferior in general to people. That happens. But anyways, Tal Oran, the traveling clat, I finally got to meet him. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Because I went to the Israel Antiquities Authority and was basically given the privilege to like go inside the vaults, like of like all these ancient like things in Israel, like ancient coins and ancient like different artifacts and stuff like that, but mainly like the Dead Sea Scrolls. If you guys don't know of the Dead Sea Scrolls, we saw the most ancient existing copy of the Ten Commandments. So like they would have, they would make copies of like the Torah or different, the books. And so you would have scrolls of those books. So not the actual Ten Commandments on the stones, right? We don't know where those are, but we were able to see all these things. And because this tour sort of happened because of my connection with the spokesperson, I invited Josh. You guys know Josh that I collaborated with from Tel Aviv. And I invited Levi. Y'all know. If you don't know Levi by now, you're missing out. And I told Josh, like, invite whoever you want. So he invited Taloran, whose link is there at the top. And he just basically does, he started as a travel vlogger. And so he would go to all these different places. And then happened the war, and he became like a real voice and advocate for Israel. And so you guys should see Taloran, the traveling cat. Yay! Here's my mama. So you guys can check him out. But all that to say, like, he's a really nice person, and you guys should check him out. And here's my mother. Yay! Here's my mama. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to the latest comments. So you guys can see my mama. I told you guys my mom's name is Orit, so that's Orit. And yay, everyone's saying hi. So Ima, here's the chat. Here's the comments. So like Monica says hi, and Kerm and Juan and Joe and Tara.
Okay.
Yay. So guys, I told you guys just a little bit about it. Hi Ronald, thank you so much. Hi Swedish girls. I'm so happy to see you here. Carlene Johnson, hi. So guys, this is my Ima. This is my mama. You can call her either Orit or you can just call her Ima. If you guys have questions for my Ima, here's a question. Okay, so Ima, I told them about how you and Abba met, that you did his makeup at the conference, and they're asking, Orit, do you still do makeup?
I do it only for myself. I really wanted to, when I studied to do makeup, the purpose wasn't,
oops, I'm going to elevate you guys so you can see.
Okay, so the purpose wasn't to do, like brides and stuff like that. The purpose was to do like theatrical makeup and for movies and such. But my life took a different turn. And we had to leave for the U.S. within 3 days, leave everything in Israel and move to the U.S. So I had to stop my course in the middle, and I never went back to it. So that's my very long answer to a very short question. What is it?
Okay. Hi, Levi. Toda. Okay.
What does it say?
So, guys, first of all, our dear friend Levi, you guys can see Tour Israel with Levi, Simon. If you guys haven't subscribed, go to subscribe. He says, tell us an embarrassing story from Moria's childhood. I was a perfect child. She has nothing to say. Eze. What embarrassing stories do I have from my childhood?
I have one.
Okay. Oh no. Tov.
I don't know.
Okay, go for it. You guys. Okay,
it will embarrass you a little bit.
It's my mother's stream.
No, Oriel was the perfect child, really. She never did anything wrong. She was perfect, really. She was very sweet and always was next to my leg, holding my leg like a trunk.
I was very clingy.
Very clingy.
Till this day, I'm very physical touch, so I'm like, yeah. Okay.
So the story is that one day we went to the supermarket, and Oriel, she has older siblings, and they were all 3 years and under, and she was maybe she was between 2 and 3, and she wanted something there at the supermarket that I couldn't get her, or I didn't want to get her, and so she decided to throw a tantrum. I don't know where she learned it from, because none of her siblings did that at home or anywhere else. So she threw herself on the floor in the middle of the aisle and started to shake her legs and cry and scream and
I still do that, by the way, in public.
So I kind of said, get up, and she wouldn't get up. She kept on screaming. So I kind of stepped over her and we continued to walk. And
Just abandoned me.
I just left her in the aisle, laying on the ground, kicking and screaming. And we kind of went to the end of the aisle and around the corner and to the next aisle. So suddenly she kind of looked around. Okay, so we walked all the way to the end. So it was the beginning of the aisle she was at, okay? Because she didn't see us, but I could see her from a different angle. And suddenly she picked up her head and she looked around and she saw that we weren't there. She jumped up so high and she started to run fast and look after us and look for us. And after that, she never did that again.
I was terrified into submission. Now I have abandonment issues. That was the end. Yeah, that's it. There's no embarrassing stories.
No, because you are perfect.
I was very obedient.
Yes. She was
Levy.
a good girl.
Levy, you have to come for Friday dinner with my email. I also said, like, I want my family to meet you because I'm like, Levy this, Levy that. We went here, we went there. So you'll come for dinner, Chonima?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. That was a very uneventful story. Yay. He'll come for dinner. Anyways, Ima, let's see questions for you.
Okay, I'm here only for a few minutes because I'm watching a show on TV. So if you want to ask me, this is the time. I count 9, 8.
Ima. Okay. Why did you name Oriel? Guys, you can ask her questions about her though.
Oriel is because I just love the name and the meaning of it. God is my light, and that's and He's the center of my life, and I just love the name. So
I guess I needed that name during my life to remind me, because my life was very, very dark for very long. Orit, do you have any pets?
6 of them. No, just kidding.
Sensitive question here.
No, my kids have pets, and that's enough for me.
Guys, she does not like our pets, but she has a bias. If she thinks they're pretty, then she'll like them. But if she doesn't think they're pretty, she's like...
I grew up with a lot of pets, but as an adult, I don't want them in my house so much. Too much to take care of. I like pets, but in somebody else's house.
Someone asks, what do you cook for Sabbath day? I'm assuming like Sabbath dinner. Juan?
For Shabbat evening, there's always meat, chicken usually, or long roast. Always some carbos, rice or potatoes, and some vegetable, sometimes salads too, and dessert, and just like in every other house. And always a challah bread, of course, always.
My mom makes great effort to cook for us. Really, she's the best at it. Orit, do you keep kosher?
Depends what you call kosher, okay? Jewish kosher, like dietary laws, include, not to eat pork and different how do you call it? Seafood, or dairy with meat together. But the way we understand meat and dairy together, it says don't cook
a goat in its mother's milk.
Right. So I take it literally. Don't take the baby goat and cook it in its mother's milk. That's what it says. Also, chicken doesn't have milk, and its chicks don't feed themselves with milk when they're chicks. So I don't see any problem mixing with meat and dairy together, because I understand the verse differently. But we don't eat pork in the house or seafood that is not kosher.
Someone asks, what is the best part of living in Jerusalem? Don't tell them where we live. We live near Jerusalem, but like, what's your favorite spot in Jerusalem?
My favorite spot.
Or like the favorite thing you like to do there, maybe?
Uh, there's certain places in the city that you can see the mountains and the view all the way, like looking west, like towards the ocean. I mean, you don't see the ocean from Jerusalem, but you see miles and miles of mountains and beautiful trees. And I like mostly that view. Sometimes when I go on very tall buildings, I just love to see all the city at the bottom. I mean, all the different areas of the city, and I love that. I can enjoy both the city, kind of urban looking, the urban, what do you call it, or urban,
You just like to see the view
yeah,
of like
urban or nature, either
Mhm.
way.
Someone asks, oh wait, what's your favorite hobby? Like, do you craft or knit?
Having 6 children, you don't really have hobbies, like I forgot my hobbies a long time ago. But I really like anything that has to do with health. And I just finished 4 years of school maybe 2 weeks ago.
Everyone, say congratulations to my Ima in the
Yay!
chat. My mom just finished 4 years of naturopathy.
Yes, so I'm a naturopath now and a clinical herbalist. And I'm doing a specialist that's another 2 years plus for taking care of oncological patients in a naturopathic way. Okay, so it's like a doctor of natural medicine with cancer patients. So I love helping people, and I love all the health side of it, and that's what I do. It's not my hobby; it's my profession now. Yeah.
Everyone's saying congrats. Ima Tiri, they all are saying congratulations to you.
Even though I have my glasses, I don't see too well what's on the side there.
They're just
So
all saying
she's just,
congratulations.
yeah, thank you. She's just telling me.
You guys are wonderful. Someone says, do you believe that Yeshua is God?
Yes, I see it as three things that cannot be separated. You cannot say only Yeshua is God, only God is God, and only the Holy Spirit is God. It has to be, for me, all three as one thing, not separated. I cannot see it as as separate. It's like you see, how can I best explain it? Like 3D, that you have an object and it's got three sides to it. Okay, you can look at here. Okay, I'll show it this way. You can look at here and you see one part, but if you look from this side, you see this part. And if I do it this way, oops, okay, you see this part. But it's all one thing, okay? It's inseparable. And you cannot separate it. It's one thing, but you see a different aspect of it, or a different. I don't know how to explain it in English too well, but it's one thing. It's inseparable. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Did I explain it? Did I explain it good or not?
Yeah, you explained it the way you understand it. Tara asks, Olit, what do you feel is the most useful herb that everyone should always have on hand for good health?
I don't think there's only one herb, one thing. It all depends what you have and what you need to take. I think all kinds of anti-inflammatories are always good for everything. And there are a whole bunch of them, like turmeric, for instance, or sage, or just depends what you have. But I think anti-inflammatories are good for everybody because everybody has something going on.
That's cool. People are saying, olive oil, try yarrow herb. Is chamomile not very good?
No, it is, but it's a more a relaxer, and it helps your digestion.
Someone asks, when did you become believers in Yeshua? Was it in Romania or in Israel? Because I told them that Romania.
Yeah.
So how did you become a believer in Yeshua? They're asking.
I came to know Yeshua when I was 17. I actually had like a very clear revelation that I felt like God was really touching my heart all of a sudden. Um, and I knew, like beyond the shadow of a doubt, that Yeshua is the Messiah. I didn't know to explain how and why, and how did I come to this conclusion, but it was a very, very deep, strong conviction in my heart. Um, and I felt really a supernatural feeling. There is a verse that says that we were blind before we knew Yeshua and before we knew the Lord, and the veil uh, is being lifted from our eyes to see the truth. And I felt like a veil removed from my eyes, and I physically felt that I was blind and now I can see. And I felt the power of God's Spirit, God's Holy Spirit on me so strong that I couldn't deny that. I couldn't say no, it doesn't exist, because it came over me so powerfully that I couldn't deny it. And because of that, I was so undone for at least a week, because the experience was so strong that I could not almost function. I couldn't talk to people. I was in my room, and I took the Bible and the New Testament, and I decided that I have to cross the prophecies and check and see whether Yeshua really answered all the prophecies. Is he really the Messiah? And I said in my house for a whole week. I was at that time at the 11th grade, and I didn't go to school for a whole week. Just sat with the Word of God, with the Bible, the New Testament, and I just checked all the prophecies and went over all the Bible and everything, to make sure that Yeshua really fulfilled the biblical prophecies, because I didn't want to believe in any lie. So that's how I came to the Lord when I was 17.
Wow. I didn't know that. You sort of locked yourself in your room and didn't go to school.
No, actually, I got a stomach flu really bad. And so even when I became, it gave me time to be at home, but I wasn't sick for the whole week.
You were just
I stretched it. I kind of pretended to be sick longer, so I won't go to school.
I guess it was a timely bug.
Yeah. Like when you're sick like 4 days, I stretched it for a whole week.
Michal, or Milady, is, Orit, may I adopt you as my Ima?
You're so sweet.
My Ima is very much a mother to the motherless. She's very maternal. Oh, Matt, thank you so much for that. Matt, that makes me very thank you so much. I'm giving you a big hug from afar. And also, you guys, I'm just giving you guys a reminder that everything, all the income from the YouTube channel, including these donations, they go to soldiers with PTSD. I have soldiers with PTSD, and it will also go to another organization that I finalized it. It's called Hador Haba, which basically means the next generation, and it's an initiative to bring Messianic believers and Arab Christians to come together and pray together and have unity together, and become friends, so that they can later go into their communities and show them the love of God in that way, and that peace is possible through Yeshua, basically, or even without that, like through the love of humankind to humankind. So thank you so much for that, Matt. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to understand, Arnold. You're saying, what were you before that? I'm assuming that you're asking. Are you asking what she believed in before she had that experience? Because Ima, like we have a background of like being believers, but like when was that like not a thing for you anymore?
What do you mean?
Like before you had that experience, you weren't walking in the life of Yeshua?
just nothing. I mean, we always grew up believing in God, like most. I think most people in Israel at that time. Now times are a bit different. Most people believed in God in a general way, and so did I, but I didn't, believe anything else or knew of anything else.
What? Wow. Thank you so much for that. That is very generous of you. Wow. Thank you. That really warms up my heart. I feel like I'm going to butcher your name if I say it. Urian? I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly, but I want to say thank you so much from that. I really appreciate that. Actually, I visited my grandmother, so my mom's mom. She would את רוצה מזגן? חם לך?
כן, חם
אז
קצת.
תפתחי מזגן, זה לידך. She lived in Norway for half a year every year. And so I've been in Bergen and I've been in Oslo, and your country is so beautiful. Like, I was about to maybe go on vacation there this year, and somehow it didn't happen. But anyways, thank you so much for that. That's very generous of you. And it all goes to a really good cause. So thank you so much.
Yeah, my mother used to live in Oslo.
Let's see. There's some questions here I don't know if you want to answer. Some people are talking about the third temple. What do you think, Ima, about the third temple? Because we had two, right? The first was built by Solomon. The second was sort of like by Herod, and then it was destroyed. And so now what we have instead of the temple is you have the Temple Mount, you have the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and you have the Dome of the Rock there. And so our access to it is sort of limited, if you will. Jews can go and pray there, but sort of like they go on like the outskirts of it, and it's not seen as a really good thing. The Israeli security does a really great job actually at protecting the rights of Muslims to pray there, and sort of not of Jews, which is, that is literally where our temple stood for, for all of time. But like, yes, what do you think, Ima, about the third temple? What's your thoughts on the subject, if at all?
If ever there will be a third temple, it will be a big wow. Like, I would be surprised. There are huge plans. I mean, there are plans for over 10 years. Actually, I think the Orthodox, they have an architect who has been employed for at least 10 years, making all the plans for the ground. There are huge plans for the whole area to how to, like with the plans for the temple and for the surrounding area. And it will be like a, I don't know, like a fantasy if it will really happen. So I don't know to tell anybody if it's, if it will happen or not. It will be a very big surprise if it will. But there are huge plans that go all the way to the port of Ashdod or Ashkelon. They want to make a huge one highway going from the port to Jerusalem to accommodate all the people who are going to come to Israel, either by the port side or by an airport that they're going to build over there. It's about maybe an hour 15 minutes away from Jerusalem, at the coastal area. So we'll see. Time will tell. I don't know.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Guys, you have more questions for my Ima. So happy that you guys are here. I'm seeing at least 90 of you guys here. I can see a lot of biblical questions here. Ima, do you want to answer this?
Can you read it for me?
Do you believe in pre-tribulation rapture? Meaning that the rapture will happen before the tribulation or after? These are theological questions. I don't know.
You know
if my
what?
mother has...
This is you're not going to like my question, okay? You're not going to like my answer. I mean, this is a question that keeps on coming, again and again. Do you believe in that? Do you believe in that? You know what? My blank answer is, I don't care if it's going to happen this way or that way. It's going to happen according to God's will. Whether we'll be here, we won't be here. And I cannot concentrate my life in what's going to happen, who knows when. I trust God's timing and God's plan and purposes, and it will happen just the way it's supposed to happen. Meanwhile, we live our lives here, practical life. So.
Oh, wow. Nafit Soma, from a combat vet to those battling PTSD, Jesus is the answer. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a very generous donation. So thank you so much for that. Yeah. I'm actually looking for soldiers with PTSD so that I can interview them so you guys can actually see what they're going through. So I'm trying to make that happen. It might take me a little bit of time, But thank you so much for that really generous donation. I'm sure it will help them in some kind of way. Um, my mother's answer, okay? My mother and I are very different in the way that, like, my mother is like, I'm practical, but like I'm much more like my Abba in the sense that, like, I would answer that question. My
Mhm.
mother is very, very practical, very like a realist. She's like to the point. She's sort of like this. She has way too many children to count. She has a lot of things to do. So she doesn't like dwell on like, is there going to be a rapture? Is there not going to be a rapture? When is it going to happen? She's like, I have right now and I have limited time and I need to do things with my time. Like, so it doesn't mean she's less spiritual. It just means that we're very different. So not dissing your question, but just my mother is sort of, this is your personality, you know? We need a bit of everyone in life. Let's see. People are saying also hi all 94 of you guys. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. I don't know if your name is OP or OAP. Thank you for that donation. That's very, very sweet. I'm very happy to see you guys just coming together for this cause. Let's see. Someone says, "Oh, yeah, it is not easy to open up about PTSD. I'm a veteran. I can understand that. I don't understand how it is to be a soldier. I don't understand that type of PTSD. I really honor people that deal with that because I do understand and have great compassion for people that have PTSD because I've had it, just not related to war. And I know how much torturous it is and how much you can suffer. So I can understand that. Oriel and Dorit, what do you feel about crystals, tarot cards, and that sort of thing? Okay, I'll start it. I'll start the answer, and Maima can continue. I was scrolling right now through, I think, either Instagram or I think TikTok, and I bumped into two, no less than two, like mysticists, Israeli mysticists, and I'm like, what absolute crap. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mind dissing them, not the people themselves, but like what they do, because I'm like, first of all, I believe that almost all of them are charlatans. They manipulate people and their emotions and give them cold readings that aren't, anyone can do a cold reading if you have just a little bit of intuition of what a person could be going through, okay? And they bank on the sorrows and woes of people that are desperate for hope. And I'm not okay with that. And I believe that the small percentage of people that do actually have a gift, if the source of their hearing spiritually is not of God, it's not good. Even if they receive some kind of true information, I don't think it's good. I think anything that has to do with crystals and mysticism and tarot cards, if the source of it isn't of God, don't do it. And I'm telling this to you guys, even if you're from a different faith than I'm just telling you guys, you're opening yourself to a spiritual thing that isn't good. It's deceptive and it's not God. And the only spirit that is good is God. And so I'm begging you, begging you, begging you, if of all 95 people here, if you are dealing with witchcraft and you're wanting to get information or revelation isn't sourced in the God of the Old Testament and New Testament, the God of Israel, I'm telling you, get out of it. Get out of it. Seek the God of Israel. Seek that, because that will open up a lot of bad things for your life. And I don't want that for you guys. I'm sorry if there's someone here from a different faith and you already do that, but like, I feel very passionately and very strongly about this, and I don't want you guys to suffer in any way. And that opens up a door to suffering. Stay away from it, okay? No, ma'am, I can't answer. Okay, I'm done.
I think you answered it pretty well. I think nothing can replace. Okay, I'm trying to explain it the best I can, because obviously English is not my first language, okay? How should I put it? Nothing can replace, first of all, the power and the knowledge and the revelation of the Spirit of God. So when you're operating in the Spirit of God and you're empowering somebody else, you're not glorifying yourself. You're glorifying God, and it's God's comfort and God's direction into somebody's life, but He's using you, okay? In tarot cards and all that stuff, you're basically, you're bringing the glory to yourself, first of all, and your revelation isn't pure because it's not coming from the source of revelation of all the revelation. It's coming from different spirits. Okay, so you may think, oh, I've got something in my hands, but you're actually serving a different power, a different entity. It's hard to explain it like this in 2 minutes, but no, we will not mingle with that kind of stuff. No, no way. We prefer the power of God. That is actually when God is using you to pray over people. Like when I pray over people, I receive words for them, I receive knowledge for them and information, or I pray according to God's Spirit in a prophetic way. I don't know anything about the person, okay? And that's not the point. The point is that God wants to touch the person's heart. God wants to bless the person's heart, and he's using me when I pray for the person, and he might give me revelation about the person, okay, that I never knew before, don't know the person, don't know nothing. But the purpose is to bless the person that I'm praying for, to strengthen his inner being, and to bring him closer to God, okay? And the glory goes to God, doesn't come to me, okay? I'm not an issue. He just uses me. So that's a very long answer for a short question, but we prefer to use the power of God and all the revelatory information that we have is to bless them and to bless the Lord and to be used by the Lord. That's why I see it.
My Emma gave a soft answer, which is nice. I was like, don't do it.
No, but it's okay. We have both have our sides, you know.
Yes. Shepherd 246. Do you guys pray in tongues?
Yes,
I'm
we
liking
do.
all these spiritual answers, questions.
Yes, we do. Sure, we do.
Yes. I actually, I was just like in my friend's apartment because she's out of the country for a while. And I actually pray in tongues quite a lot, like when I'm alone, just when I'm walking around the house. If I did it here, it would drive my email crazy because I think my tongues is a bit repetitive. And first of all, hi Doris. Doris, you're one of my. I love you so much. Thank you so much for that, Doris. That's very generous of you. Yeah, Doris is my friend. We talk on Instagram all the time. Well, not all the time, but when we can, we do. Thank you so much for you, Doris. What was I saying? I speak in tongues quite a lot, but I think I can't do it in this house so much. I do it in my room, but I think it's really a tool. I think it's like it's really a tool that you don't. So for those of you that might not know what praying in tongues is, it's basically a language of your spirit that your spirit is praying. Your soul doesn't, or your mind doesn't necessarily understand, but you are praying from the Spirit of God. Your spirit is connecting with the Spirit of God, and it sounds like a language that we don't have on earth. Every tongues is different, and maybe you guys can even search online. I won't do it for you guys here now because that would be a bit funny, but it's basically a language that you're praying perfect things towards the Spirit of God. You're worshiping God. Sometimes you can pray, you can sing in tongues as well. And so if you want the gift of tongues is available, and you do that through the Spirit of God, and you just ask him to receive that gift. I don't know why for some people they don't necessarily they don't receive that gift. It's not a worth thing. It has nothing to do with you. God loves all, but it's definitely possible to receive that. So if you want to, I think you should pray to receive that. Arjan, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. A donation to your charity and God's blessing for both of you. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Thank you guys so much.
Maybe Arhan?
Arhan, maybe? Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know how to read all of your names, but I'm so grateful for you for giving that donation. I can't wait to show you guys how much we made, because this month one of the vlogs did very well, so I made more money, and I'm just so happy to show you guys how much we made. Swedish Girls on Adventure. Hi. Oh yeah, is it possible for you to make a documentary about your grandmother, the artist? It would be really interesting to watch it. I wish I had that skill set while she was still alive. She did an interview actually, but it's only in Hebrew, and it's on YouTube. I wonder if I can send it to you guys.
Can they watch YouTube from, in Israel, from a different country? Sometimes there are blocks that you cannot watch.
Yeah, they can watch. I think they can watch it. It would be cool to do a documentary about her, but I don't know if you even have enough information. I don't know. They wrote a book about her, like they took her life story and sort of put it in a book and for posterity, but maybe that could be a really cool idea. Guys, give us more questions for my email. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Oh, it's Dutch. Your name is Dutch. Okay. Let's see. Monica says we can watch from the US. Yes. My grandmother, my Ima's Ima, was a very, very special woman. She was like a princess. Like, sorry, Shane, Ima? Nachlach?
כן, לא נוח לי.
אז תשבי איך שנוח לך.
לא שירו את כל הגוף שלי.
אז תשני. Okay. We're just gonna get comfortable. My grandmother, her name was Sarah or Sylvie. She went by
Sarah.
Yeah, everyone would call her like different names according to where they knew her from. But she was an exceptional woman. She's an artist through and through in her heart. If I bring you guys into the living room, you'll see her art. Actually, one of the I don't know if you're a subscriber as well, but also at Instagram, she found my grandmother's art in Norway, because that's where she used to live for every half a year for half a year. And she found one of her paintings and she bought it. So now she has,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So that's one of my followers has my grandmother's art in her house. But my grandmother really, like, she did a lot with not a lot. She never had a lot of money, but she was very frugal and very generous. She was a bit eccentric, if you will, in her personality. She was very soft-hearted, very forgiving, very much a person of the soul, very much an artist. She had elegance like nothing else. Like, really, she could go into a secondhand shop and come out like a princess. She always carried herself with grace, and she was extremely beautiful. And she always had suitors. Even at her late age, she was just so beautiful and so graceful. And yeah, what do you want to say about your email?
No, you said it all. You said it all. She was a very special woman. She came out of the Holocaust, and it's a miracle that she survived. Her first 4.5 years of life were in solitary confinement, basically like in hiding, almost from the age of about less than a year old until she was 4.5, close to 5. They were in a basement in Romania, and they have not come out for 4 years. So that's how she grew up in her first 4 years. Very extreme life situations. And she became what she was, a beautiful artist. You can look her up. Actually, she has a web page on Facebook, Sarah Gilboa, Gilboa. Look for it.
Maybe I'll find that. So Sarah Gilboa on Facebook. Let's see. Sarah Gilboa. There she is. Sarah Gilboa. So guys, this is so cool. You can see my grandmother as we speak.
Actually see that.
Oh, hi Nathan. Thank you so much for that. Or Natan, sorry. Thank you so much for that. I'm really appreciative of that. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. That's very honoring of you. Everyone give a thumbs up to Natan or Natan. I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. Guys, I'm going to pin the my grandmother's Facebook so you can see her, and perhaps you can see her artwork. I think I might have closed it. But yes, continue, Ima.
No, I said it all.
Yes, my grandmother was a very, very special woman. She passed away
8 years ago.
8 years ago. And she actually lived a few houses from us, so that was actually nice. My grandmother is the only grandparent that I actually grew up with. Your parents got divorced when you were a teenager, right? Or in the army?
When I was 17.
Yeah, 17. And so my grandparents on my Abba's side lived in Florida, so we would see them when we lived in the States, we'd see them as much as we probably could. And then we would come back periodically to the States and stay with them. But and then my grandfather, so your Abba, who passed away less than
8 months ago.
8 months ago, he lived sort of like in the center-ish of Israel. Yes, you guys are so nice. Hi, Tiffany S. Hi, Tiffany. So happy that you're here. I'm so happy that we know each other for long enough that like we're on like name terms. I love it. Hector, how many languages do you speak?
Myself?
Yeah.
Well, Hebrew and English, and I understand a few words in Arabic, a few words in some other Turkish. I understand a few words in Turkish.
Do you want to tell them why?
Let's keep it a secret.
I'll tell your secret.
No, I'll delete.
Okay.
What else?
You
I
know a
think
bit of
that's-
Romanian. You
Yeah,
understand
Romanian. That's it.
Romanian
I
a bit.
understand a bit of Romanian. That's it. Yeah, I knew that there was another language.
Yeah, Gabriel, you got it. Yes, some Romanian. Also, Gabriel, I saw that you commented on Levy's new video, which, by the way, guys, Levy just put out on his YouTube a new video. You guys know I always bring it back to supporting my friends. But yeah, let's go and show him some support. Levy Simon. And encourage him to put out new videos. He already has 108 subscribers, which is cool. And I'm so happy that you guys are helping him out. So yes, Levy's great. So I'm putting the link. Go to his new video. Watch it. It's super interesting. He talks about earthquakes in Jerusalem and how there's certain types of buildings. I won't give it away, but comment there and like share it with your friends, because I'm encouraging him to like put up new videos and ask him for more videos. Be like, Levy, we want more videos from you. Okay, thanks.
Somebody is asking, how am I saying your name in Hebrew? Do I read right?
Someone is asking how to say her daughter's name in Hebrew. Can you say my daughter's name in Hebrew? Mera. I'm learning Hebrew and I trip over her name. It sounds like I'm saying mirror in Hebrew. So it's probably like Mara.
Yeah, but Mara is bitter. I don't know if you want to call your daughter bitter.
Yeah, so I actually know someone who her name is Mara, and I'm not sure if she went by that name here in Israel, but like if you say her name like that, it basically means bitter. But some people don't mind like that. Maybe it wouldn't be too much of a big deal.
Maybe if they call her Mera, then it sounds different.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I knew someone. I knew someone that her daughter's name was Zona.
Don't say.
I'll say it.
Don't say.
Her daughter's name was Zona, which basically in Hebrew, Zona is a prostitute.
I think in English or in the US they say Zona. Maybe that's how they pronounce it, but it's Zona. So
yeah, so like here in Israel,
no,
like you would literally be calling yourself a prostitute. I'm like, if she ever comes to Israel, just for the time she's there, give her a different name. Like just go by a nickname, do something else. But yeah.
Call yourself by your middle name, maybe. Or
it was not a.
You have to understand that some of the names that like if people call their children in the US don't really go here, even though they're biblical. Like Caleb. Okay, Caleb is a very common name, but here nobody will be called Caleb because Caleb it's very close to the word dog, D-O-G, dog. The difference is Kalev and Kelev, okay? But people will say it the same way or make fun of the child in school if he's going to be called Caleb. They'll say, oh, a dog. Or Jared is Yered, like to get down from a high place, to go down, and that you don't call a child Yered in Hebrew or Jared. You don't call a child. There are other names like that too that don't go too well, even if they're biblical.
Melrose says, my favorite Hebrew name for a woman is Hadassah.
Hadassah is nice.
Yeah, Hadassah. So Hadassah is basically Esther's like Hebrew name, but she went by the name Esther to hide her identity. So if you guys have ever read the book of Esther, you can sort of find her story there. She's very, very, very inspirational. If you want to watch the movie or one of the movies done about Esther, it's called One Night with the King. And so I think it's done, at least, I don't know, not 2 decades ago, but at least 15 years ago or something of that sort. And it's a pretty good film. And so I recommend you guys watch it, One Night with the King. I did see, Edward, you said, do you see my message in chat? I feel left out. I didn't see what you said before. I'm sorry, but I hope that you don't feel left out. If I don't see all your comments, it's because I'm not actively always looking at it. And I'm sorry, I should, but I'm sort of listening to my email. So I'm sorry if I miss part of your comments. Tara says, Oriel and Norit, Happy Pap has stated that you never call Yeshua Jesus, and he or she thinks that that's cult-like and pretentious. I've heard you, Oriel, call him by Jesus many times. That's actually really, let's address that. I think that's really important. First of all, thank you for bringing that subject up. First of all, Yeshua's name is Yeshua. That is his name. He was born Yeshua. Jesus is what the rest of the world calls him. I guess the Romans, or they sort of translate things like right, would be je, or they would sort of, I don't know the actual history of why they call him Jesus, but his actual name is Yeshua. And I think just the world calls him Jesus because that's how the Romans, or how that sort of like progressed in his name. Maybe someone can explain it better than I, but that is his name. I don't have a problem calling him Jesus. That's also his name in common languages. But the reason I say that his name is Yeshua is because that's his name. It's his Hebrew name. That's the name he was born with. That's the name that the angel told Miriam to call him. His name in Hebrew means literally, like, it's from the root word Yesha, Yud Shin Ein, which means salvation. And the meaning of his name and his destiny, it gets lost when you call him Jesus if you don't know that that's the meaning of his name. Now, apart from that, okay, someone is also saying here, just say Yehoshua is actually a different name, although the root of it is the same. So Yehoshua is actually Joshua, okay? And some people, they get sort of like confused, even in Israel, and they'll either call him Yeshu, which is basically an acronym to Imach Shmo Uzichro, which means may his name be and memory be
forever,
be cursed, okay? And so they'll call him Yeshu. Some of them will call him that without knowing that that's a way to curse him.
They think that that's his name.
Yeah,
actually.
they think that that's his name, or they'll call him Yehoshua, because they just think that that's what his name is. His actual name is Yeshua. Now, do I have a problem with calling him Jesus? For me, it's important to call him by his Hebrew name because there's an attempt on behalf of some people to erase the Jewishness of Yeshua. Okay, so when people hear Jesus, in Israel at least, it's not a good connotation because what they think about Jesus is crusaders. Crusaders came here, and in the name of this Jesus, they butchered Jews. And so Jesus here is like who is this Jesus? That's Christianity. I'm not ashamed of Christianity. My dad was technically a Christian because he's a non-Jew. My mother is Messianic Jew. I consider myself a Messianic Jew. And so there's some kind of caution that I use with using language that doesn't help people understand the Jewishness of Yeshua and the Judaism of Messianic Jews. And so it's really important for you guys to know that I don't mind calling him Jesus. That is his name in the language that you understand. But to me, I never call him Jesus. That's not the way I grew up. His name is Yeshua. He's always been Yeshua in my mind. That's basically it.
אל תעני על השאלה על הכנסייה הקתולית.
לא, אין לי בעיה.
לא, אני לא רוצה להתחיל להסביר.
את לא חייבת את, לא משנה. Um, let's see. Yeah, like, look, here's the thing. Like, I'm seeing just like the different opinions and like different ways that you guys, call him this or call him that, and for the different reasons that you want to, and it's really okay. Like, I don't think that he minds as long as people call him. Like, all he wants is our he wants to love us, and he wants our love. And I think as long as you call in the name of Yeshua, Jesus, and also, like, God has many names that he calls himself in the Bible. It's not the only name. You know what I mean? Like, that is his name. He also calls himself Hashem. Okay, so Hashem is in the book of I think it's in Leviticus. He calls it, I think, himself, like, on at least two occasions that I can remember. I'm not going to remember the scripture.
Hashem means the name.
Yeah, Hashem means the name. And so literally that was one of the names in which he called himself by. And so now, like, here in Israel, some people, they take the, like, do not call the Lord's name in vain. They will call him Hashem, the name, instead. Or instead of saying Elohim, which is God, they'll use Elokim. Or they'll say...
Because the understanding, okay, it's mostly Orthodox Jews, okay?
Or religious Jews also.
Yeah, the understanding is that you kind of touch you touch God with your finger, like you're coming too close, you're pronouncing his holy name with your lips.
To be with reverence.
Yeah, and that's out of reverence. So you don't say, let's say, you will never, even secular Jews will never say Jehovah, okay? Yehovah, never. Or Yah. We never call God Yah or Jehovah. I remember, like, clearly from first grade, when you start to learn how to read Hebrew, you start right away with the book of Genesis. As soon as you learn a little bit of Hebrew, you start reading, like studying in school, Bible, okay? So right away, the teacher taught us, when you come to the name of Yehovah, you say God, you say Elohim. You don't say Yah, you don't say Jehovah. And that's the way it is all over Israel, okay? So, okay, when tourists are coming to Israel and they talk to us about God and they say Jehovah, we freak out. It's like, oh, they said the very name of God, okay? It's not that we're not, really, it's not like you're not allowed to say the name of God, but that's the way it is in Israel. So I'm just explaining a point. So we don't say Jehovah or Yah. Like, it's out of reverence, basically.
Yeah, I think there's, people see reverence in different ways. There's actually an explanation here by Deva Das Kol. Hi, Deva. I don't know if I don't think we've ever spoken on the on this chat before. And so you're basically sort of breaking down, like, the like how his name went from Yeshua. You're saying it then went to Yeshos, and then to you're saying in German it's Jesu or Yeshu, and then in Spanish, Italian, like all the, like, Latin, it went to Jesus, which is Jesus, and then from there, with English, with the same letters, with a different pronunciation, Jesus. I'm not aware of this information, but that, I mean, there is a concession of, like, how his name sort of rolled into what it is now. And I don't think that he minds. I don't think that he minds. I think as long as truly you say his name in reverence, I think that's, someone said before, it's according to what's in your heart, right?
Exactly. I was just about to say, as long as he's in your heart, doesn't mean if you call him this, or that. Okay? As long as he's your Lord and Savior and is in your heart. A lot of people ask me, Orit, which is the correct translation of the Bible? We read the Bible in Hebrew, so this is what we know, but it's translated in English in different versions. You have the King James, you have the NIV, you have lots of versions. So whenever we used to travel to the US, people used to approach us and, which version of the Bible is the best or the most accurate? So my answer was, the best version of the Bible is the one that you read. Okay, that's the best version that you read. It's not like this or that. As long as you read the Bible, that's your best version. That's the best version of the Bible.
Deva, I'm so happy. First of all, יש כאן עברית, זה ממש נחמד לי. There's some Hebrew here, it's so nice. כאילו, אני ממש שמחה שאתה עוקב, אני שמחה שאתה כותב, שאני יודעת שאתה כאן, אז תגיד שלום בפעם הבאה אם אתה יכול. I'm just saying hi to Deva that speaks Hebrew. Deva, if you want to share, are you from here or where your Hebrew is from? Because I feel like the truth is most of my subscribers, you lovely people, are from the States, and then it's India, and then I think Israel is on the fourth, when it used to be the States and then Israel. And now I feel like I don't have enough Israeli subscribers. And I'm a bit sad about it. But yes, let's see. Let's see. Let's have another question. You're from Petach Tikva, Israeli born and raised. איזה כיף! ישוע מלך, בטח שישתדל. איזה כיף, דבה, אם אתה רואה אותי אי פעם איפשהו בארץ, תגיד שלום. אני מקווה, אני רואה את התמונת פרופיל שלך בקטנה, אבל כאילו אני אשמח שתגיד שלום אם אי פעם אנחנו נתקלים אחד בשנייה. Shepherd 246, what book of the Bible are you reading right now?
I'm reading the Psalm, and not always reading on the same thing every day. And sometimes I read and I don't look at where I read. I just read. So I'm trying to think what I read this morning, but
So it's like not so systematic, you're saying?
No, I'm pretty systematic most of the time, but I don't remember. I mean, I didn't quite look. I just read.
Martina K, dear Oriel, I'm so grateful that I am in a stable financial situation so I can bless and support for soldiers battling PTSD. You're a blessing to many. Thank you so much, Martina. Martina and I always talk on Instagram, so we're actual friends. Is a kif. Wow, thank you so much, Martina. First of all, I'm happy that you're in a stable financial situation. It's a very good position to be in life. And I'm so happy that you're supporting IDF soldiers battling PTSD. Guys, it's really, really sad. Like we have new, and it's not the end of it. We have new people like committing suicide, and people saying like, I can't go in again. I can't go into Gaza. I can't go into Lebanon. Like it's the pressure on them is very, it's very hard. So if you guys are praying people, please pray for them. Someone asked, okay, so guys, I think it's actually after midnight here. It is almost 20 minutes after midnight, and I think Ma'ima is going to retire to bed. But if you guys just want to say bye to Ma'ima.
There's just one quick question of Chris.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
This one here.
Thank you so much, Chris G, for that donation. That's very generous. Sending you a big, big, big heart. Thank you so much.
So before I go, Chris is asking, if she's coming to Israel, where would I recommend to visit? So of course, Jerusalem. I don't think nobody's going to skip Jerusalem. So Jerusalem, the northern part, all the Galilee and the Golan Heights are beautiful. Israel is actually very small, so you can cover Israel within a few days and see everything. The coastal area, Tel Aviv, is very impressive, I think. There's a different vibe in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is extremely different, completely the opposite from Jerusalem, both in its look and vibe and atmosphere, and population and everything is very, very different. Really, all over the country, just come and visit. As soon as the war is over, you're very welcome to come.
Shepherd, thank you so much for that donation. You guys are so generous. You're just such lovely giving people. I boast about you guys all the freaking time, like all the time. Like, my subscribers are the best. Like everyone just hears it from me. And you guys truly are. Tara, thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, you're the best. I just feel so encouraged by your giving, and I can't wait to show you guys like where your support is going to. and so that we can all see, the result of good things together. So thank you so much for that. Just reading your comments that you're saying bye to my Ima. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless. Bye, Ima.
Bye, everybody. It was nice talking to you. I'll come back.
Yay.
Okay, yalla.
You guys can follow my Ima also on Facebook. Also, just Orit Gilboa Moran. You're Come to Zion one. Okay. Anyways, you'll see my Ima again. Guys, wasn't that so much fun? I'm so happy that you got to meet my Ima. Since I only have one living parent, so that's fun for me. But also, random, someone asked what I'm drinking from this huge, bigger than life thing. It's literally just water. I love water, like so much. I genuinely love water. It is water. דבה, בסוף עברת לעיר העתיקה כבר או עדיין לא? לא, עוד לא. So Deva is asking if I moved to the old city or not, and the answer is no. I'm looking. Guys, I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I've been like asking and like sending emails to places that they say that they're like have a thing available, and like searching like places. And it's like no one's answering me. Quite literally, no one is answering me. And it's the weirdest thing. Like you just advertise that you're like renting out a place and so my assumption here is that I think God is very specific, that he's like, when this thing will open, it'll be clear. I'll walk through that door. And I tend to think that this is sort of how God is going to function within this, because sometimes you have an inclination of like what's going to happen, or like you have a specific thing on your heart that's like, oh, I think that this needs to happen, and so you pray for that, you seek that. I don't have an inclination to where I need to stay and how. So I'm trying to be very, very flexible and very much like attuned to the voice of God and just his guidance. And one thing that I really want to do is I really want to do a Sabbath dinner in the old city, potentially on a rooftop or in a courtyard or something. And I don't know why. I just like that's something that I really, really just want to do. I'm just reading some of the comments. Yeah, there's different options. Deva, thank you so much. I'm looking at different options. I'm also trying to avoid people knowing where I'm staying, because that won't be good. And so I think even like when I stay somewhere, you won't know where I'm staying until after the vlog is out. So once, how do I explain it? I just want to be cautious with like how much I show where I'm actually staying. So that'll be a thing. But you guys will be able to see the surroundings, right? Like I'll give you guys all the content, and when the vlog comes out, when I'm no longer living there or staying there, you guys will be able to see where I was staying. Someone is asking, is it more expensive to live in the old city? So, okay, the old city is not like a very easy place to like find a place to live in or stay in. The hostels are a bit maybe like expensive. It just, I guess it depends where you're staying. There's Airbnbs and things like that, but not a lot. And so, yeah, people are saying keep everything private. I don't know what to say that I'm a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I'll say let's say I'm a public figure, right? Not a very famous one, but because I guess I'm on All Israel News, then I think that's sort of the extent of the exposure is a bit bigger, because my channel is very small. You know what I mean? But I do have to be cautious with, telling people where I live. So, oh my goodness, what about now? Sending love from Sweden. That is very generous of you. Thank you guys so much. Wow, you guys melt my heart. I feel like I want to cry from joy. You guys really melt my heart. Thank you. What about now for that very generous donation? Um, Again, I can't wait to show you guys where all of that is going to go. Again, just a reminder for all 95. All of the donations from, since I said that the donations, the revenue would go to charity, go to soldiers with PTSD, and to Jewish Arab relations between Messianic believers and Arab Christians. And also, I can't wait for you guys to know what's happening with that, because the testimonies of those, I think it's like children, youth, and maybe young adults, like some of them have literally never met like someone from the other side, and they come really apprehensive to these conferences, and by the end of it they come out like friends. You know what I mean? And like it shows that this peace is possible, especially when you have these two faiths coming together. They come based on the love of Yeshua. And I think that that's a really, really beautiful thing. And so the fact that you guys are giving to these causes, like it literally goes like to helping soldiers, and it literally goes to helping put up these conferences so that the next generation, that's what the conference is called, Hador Haba, can unite and can find peace and can pray together and unite. Like it's such a great cause. I was talking to the one of the founders of Hador Haba, and she was telling me all about it, and I'm like, this is just beyond blessed. It's just amazing. So yes. Just reading your comments. Paul Frost. Hi, Paul. You're saying that it's lovely to meet my Ima. Thank you so much. Yeah, she is lovely. We are very different people, very different people. But yes, I love my Ima very much. Yeah. Whoa, Rob J.I. Thank you for that. And I love this. I love this little doggy. Is it a dog or a fox? Wow, you guys are just I feel like I want to cry because I just feel just so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys, really. Yeah. Thank you so much, Rob J.I. That's very generous. Thank you so much. Um, Speaking Truth in Love, new in the chat. Speaking Truth in Love, I think I've seen you before. Um, you're saying, sorry, can someone please tell me, do Messianic Jews not think they're brothers and sisters with Christians? The opposite, actually, quite the opposite. Messianic Jews and Christians are, we believe in the same God. The difference between us is that, first of all, we're different ethnicities, right? So Messianic Jews are Jews, Christians are not Jews, right? So you have to sort of think of Messianic Jews as like the first believers, right? So all of the disciples and all the people that oh my goodness, you guys, what is happening? I'm gonna cut off my answer for a second because you guys are just really, wow, this is just so generous of you guys. Tiffany, thank you so much. Excited to be part of all that. And David, thank you so much, David. I can't like your thing, but wow. And I love that. Oh, let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Yay! Oh, I don't know how to react. I just feel like you guys are really coming in with a lot of support, and like, when I went on that little YouTube break, I think, I don't know, maybe it's a month by now. I don't know how long that was, but for 2 weeks I went like on a little break because I felt like I needed to rededicate the YouTube to God, because God was the one that told me to open it, and I felt like He was sort of just leading me to do that, like that my revenue, and it's really not a lot, but like my revenue from YouTube will go to these two causes. And so literally every single time you guys watch a video, every single time you watch the ads, the length of time you watch the ads and don't skip, every time you give a super thanks, anytime you do anything like that, it supports the channel. Every time you share the content, like it's just, I feel like you guys are really rallying in to help. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful. Really. Aw, Nathan, here you are giving again. Thank you so much. Guys, this is just incredibly generous. I'm trying to, I don't know if I can see the summary of like how much you guys gave by now, but like that's not a small sum. You guys gave like all of it together. It's just wow. Uh, I lost my train of thought because of your guys' generosity, so I don't know what I was talking about from before. Back to bread. Shalom and Boker Tov from New Zealand. Hi from New Zealand. That's what I was talking about. I'm speaking truth in love. We are brothers and sisters, right? We believe in the same God. The difference is not only the ethnicity, right, but also the covenants. Okay, so in the Bible there are different covenants for different nations, right? The God has a covenant with his people. God has a covenant with humankind, like he does with Noah. He has a covenant with his people, the Hebrews, the Jews, through Abraham, and he has a covenant with the nations. And he has a covenant with humankind. Yeshua has a covenant with humankind in his blood, right? He literally made a covenant by shedding his own blood, and so that's his covenant with us, that he forgives us. So um, we are not against each other at all. In fact, if you come to Israel, the congregations are mixed in the sense that you have local Messianic Jews, right? So Jews that believe in Yeshua that live here, and you have a whole bunch of Christians that come here. Either they live here, they're married to a Messianic Jew, they work here. So I have a lot of Christian friends. So the difference is in our ethnicity. We are Jews, so we believe that in Yeshua, Judaism is complete. So yeah, we're not against Christians at all, but we are cautious with how the world sees us as Messianic Jews, because oftentimes what there's something called replacement theology. If you guys know about replacement theology, it's basically people believe that God is sort of done with Israel. There's no longer a covenant, that God has rejected them, and that they are now the church, which basically means that there's no destiny or no calling for the Jewish people. Which, if you are a Bible reading person, I don't know how you can come to that conclusion, because that makes zero sense. But we're cautious because there's an attempt to erase the Judaism of Messianic Jews so that we are no longer Jews. And so that's why we're sort of um, adamant on being called Messianic Jews, because we are not Christians. Um, there's a longer answer to that, but that's basically in a nutshell. Let's see. John Boyd, will you report from the occupation or the conquering of Gaza, or will they limit reports from there? Actually, guys, through Tal Oran, the traveling clat, if you have never gone to his YouTube, I implore you, go to Tal Oran, the traveling clat on YouTube. He's wonderful and does a great, amazing job for Israel. We've sort of made friends recently, but he's also just a great guy, like really helpful and trying to like, I don't even know why he does it. Like he doesn't, a very small YouTuber. He can help a lot of other people than me, but we had what we thought was an opportunity to go into Gaza. And I was so excited. I was beyond excited. I'm like, because I've always said, like, if I had the opportunity to go into Gaza, I'd be there in a heartbeat. And eventually it turned out not to be exactly that. It was more like, if you guys have seen like the reports of like all the humanitarian aid that's sort of like sitting there like on the border that the UN is like refusing to bring in, because they've also admitted that like I think it's 87% of the aid that after it crosses the border, it never reaches um, the Gazans because Hamas steals it. Um, so basically, that was eventually what it was, but it fell on the same day where we were going to go to the Israel Antiquities Authority, and then also by the time I said yes to it, there were no places available. So I really do hope that I can go to Gaza somehow, some way. I'm praying that that's a thing somehow, because I would love to. Um, I have a friend that was sort of like, don't go. Like, he's like, you have nothing to search there. Like, it's not safe there. I'm not happy about you going. I'm like, I'm going If I have a chance to go, I'm going. So yeah. Heather, the traveling class is pretty good. You watch now, like now and then. Yes, he's really good at what he does, and he's very knowledgeable, and he's all around like a good guy. I met him yesterday, together with Josh and Levy and Nate Buzz. If you guys know Nate Buzz, go follow Nate as well. Um, and yeah, he's a really good guy. He's fun to be around. He's sort of like positive and happy. I don't know him personally very well, but he is very like willing to like help me out. So I'm just grateful for him. Let's see. Someone says I love the reporting from Todd, but he swears too much. He does swear quite a bit. Um, it's either your cup of tea or it isn't. I tend not to swear, or I try not to swear. But it's just that's how he is. Dum-dum-dum. Tiffany asks, question, Oriel, can we do a video one day on spiritual warfare? I don't know all you beliefs on that, but these days it's important. Sure. Yeah. So there's probably, out of the 83 of you guys here, there's probably a variety of different beliefs, right? But I do believe that there is a spirit world, and I believe that there is warfare within that world to sort of prevent good from happening. So, like in the book of Daniel, you see Daniel praying for an answer for God to sort of come through, and then by the time that answer comes through, you can see that there was some kind of spiritual battle to prevent something from happening, something good from happening. So I do believe that there's spiritual warfare, and perhaps we can talk about that. Please remind me, because there's a whole bunch of subjects that we could get into. Let's see. Daniel S. Subscribe to Levy's channel. Looking forward to listening to his channel. Yay! I'm so happy about that. Davey, would you consider living in Gaza if they developed settlements? Probably not. I do know someone that said that they would want to. Probably not for me. I love Jerusalem, and so I think I would probably stay in Jerusalem. Did you meet Amir Tsarfati once? I've not met Amir. I think he also does a really great job, but I do follow him. John Boyd, your vlog from Nova was powerful and meaningful. Yeah, I'm assuming that you're talking about did I report from there twice? Well, I have one of the main ones that sort of was like of the 7th of October, and I think that I appeared that I went to the Nova in another vlog, but I just don't remember which one it was. I don't remember. Anyways, let's see. Heather says the little model of Old Jerusalem. Would love to see you do a video on that. It's quite interesting. What's the little model, Heather? I'm trying to think what model. Can you remind me, Heather, if we've seen something like that in the vlog? But also, guys, when I get to the old city, there'll be so much to vlog about, and so I'm wondering how that will go about. I'm trying to get Nachliel, the museum guy. Perhaps I can also show you guys Nachliel, because he's also great. He's also just a really nice guy. Nachliel, the museum guy. And you guys can say, hey, Oriel sent me, okay? Because I really want to support him as well. I really want, so Nachliel, basically he grew up in the Jewish quarter in the Old City. He says before it became like commercialized, if you will, like literally just like, running around the Old City in his neighborhood. And so I'm going to pin Nachliel so you guys can follow him. He has really, really interesting things. I'm not smart enough to keep up with all the things that he knows because he's just that smart. But he has really cool content. Like he goes into the Israel Museum, he gives like these tours, and he gives all these like the background and the facts. And so basically, we're going to collab at some point, so you guys can see the old city from his perspective of how it is to how it was to live in the old city. Let's see. Guys, I think it's close to 1 a.m. my time. Just 20 minutes short of 1 a.m. So I'll take a few more questions and then I'll go. But for some reason, I feel like I want to pray for everyone before I go. And I apologize in advance if, from all 79 of you guys here, if you are not of the same faith, um, I will just pray for whoever is willing to accept it. And I do pray in the name of Yeshua. If that offends you, you don't have to be a part of this prayer. It's just something that I'm offering. Let's see. Back to bread. Do you guide in Israel as well as a vlog? Nope. Nope. I know nothing. I'm very much like, gosh, I'm around like smart people a lot that have a lot of like facts and all the stuff, like Levi. And all the stuff he says, I'm like, I try to remember, but it's like trying to drink out of like a fire hydrant. It's just like knowledge, 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 knowledge. And if you don't have like a map of those things in your head, I remember these small details of the things that they say, but I don't remember. I could never be a guide. Like, but I enjoy being around guides and I enjoy learning these small special things, even if I don't remember. But all that to say, I don't guide. But if you're looking for a guide, go to Levi because he's quite literally the best. Like he's the best. Any tour with him is an amazing tour. It's just wow, you know. Dum, 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 dum. Let me take another question or two, and then I'm gonna pray and go. Oh, where's Bunny? You know what? Where is Bunny? Let's search for Bunny. Yeah, somehow we sort of end the time with Bunny, right? Let's see. See if I can find Bunny. First of all, I'm going to search outside. I'm going to enjoy the little background. Let's search for Bunny. Let's see if he's outside and if he wants to come inside. Bunny. Gino. Cover Bunny. Oops. Okay, so he's not outside that I can see. Sometimes he's beneath the bed and I don't know it. Puppy? Nope, not in the bed. Okay, let's walk in the house and see if Bunny's like in the house somewhere. Bunny! Cappuccino! Sorry, I'm just like walking down the stairs. I hope the internet doesn't go out. Bunny! Oh, hello siblings. אני עושה לייב ביוטיוב, אתם רוצים להגיד שלום? רוצה? Guys, meet my siblings. We were searching for Bunny, but Bunny is nowhere to be found. This is Shalem. So Shalem is Shalem. Shalem. I don't even know if you guys know that I have siblings. רוצה להגיד שלום? Okay.
We're 6 siblings.
Yeah, we're 6 siblings. Yeah, I can't find Bunny. I don't know where he is. Ima הייתה על הלייב לפני כמה זמן. I'm saying that our Ima was on the live. Everyone's saying hi to you.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Yeah. Actually, Shalem and I, when we were younger, I mean, we look pretty similar. Like you can tell that we're siblings, right? But when we were kids, we looked like identical. Like we had like a very neutral face, but we looked like each other. You guys are so nice. I'm so happy that you're meeting my family. Okay, I have my other brother off camera. You guys are so sweet. I love you so much.
Hi Shannon.
הם יכולים לשאול אותך שאלה או שתיים? זה בשביל הכיף?
Hi Greg. Hi John Boyd. John Boyd? Do I know
Yeah.
John Boyd?
No.
John Boyd.
No, you don't know, John. That happens. Strong DNA sometimes. Hello, shy brother. הם אומרים לך שלום, אליאב. Aw, Tiffany, you're so sweet. My brother Eliav off camera says hi to you guys as well. הם יכולים לשאול אותך שאלות? כאילו סתם, כאילו נגיד, הם ישאלו אותך מה אתה עושה, או כאילו...
Hi Tara. Nice to meet you.
הם יכולים? Okay. Guys, if you want to ask my brother a question, ask my brother a question. His name is Shalem, Shalem, which means like whole or complete. So if you guys want to ask my brother a question, you are welcome to. What did you tell?
הם שומעים אותנו רגיל?
Yeah, they hear us. They're literally just like they're listening to us. That's a nice name. Heather, do all the siblings speak English? Yes. So Shalem is the second born. I'm after him. He's a year and a half older than me. And technically, English is our mother tongue. My mother spoke to us in Hebrew when we were little, and we would reply in English. So we did need to like actually learn Hebrew when we got here, but technically English is our mother tongue for the first three of us.
Do I sing? Actually, I don't sing now, but I did do an album once, a music album with 16 songs, I think. Most of the songs are actually not so good. I paid $20 to like really bad people, and I didn't know how to sing back then. But I did post one of the songs to Instagram.
Oh.
Really nice song. It's a really cute song.
Can they follow you on Instagram? Can I give that to them? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna find my brother's Instagram and you guys can follow him. This is so cool. I literally said today that I'm sort of sad that like you guys don't know my family. So I'm going to, is your account public?
Okay.
Okay. So my brother's account is public. It's called Shalem Paintings because my brother is an artist, but like an actual artist for like his living. That's what he does. And I'm going to pin that so you guys can go and follow his Instagram. So Shalem Paintings. Continue.
Yeah, so I'm not really a singer. I'm a painter, an artist.
Yeah. What kind of art does he do?
Surreal. Like I would have a dream at night. If the dream is visually attractive, epic, extreme, with meaning, I'm going to paint it.
Yeah. So a lot of his like painting used to be like really like huge, like a few meters by a few meters. Like they used to be really, really big. And I think it was really like spectacular to see. Actually, I'm just gonna bring a chair. We're just gonna sit together. I'm gonna bring a chair so I'm not leaning. So you can see better. Anyways, he really does like just paint visually what he dreams, and so it looks really surreal and funny.
Do I like Lebanese food?
Does he like Lebanese food? Do you like Lebanese food? He's like, what is Lebanese food?
Maybe. If you can tell me in the comments what it is, maybe I do like it.
That's a good question, though. Oh, I think people are already looking at your things. They're saying the unicorn is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, as we speak, just
Thanks,
go to his
Tara.
Instagram.
I appreciate it. Tara?
Yeah. Let's see.
מה זה התגובה הארוכה הזאת?
Art, do you plan air out? Oh, like what type? Like what does he use? Do you do it outside painting, oil, acrylic,
It's
watercolor?
acrylic, yeah.
Acrylic. You used to do oil. נכון?
I start with acrylic, and then acrylic, הם שומעים אותי טוב, אני צריך לצעוק.
כאילו אנחנו חייבים את זה
כן.
עלינו? Okay. No, you guys can hear my brother, right?
Because acrylic doesn't blend well. It's really hard to blend the colors. It looks so מחוספס.
It's sort of like rough and like not.
Yeah. Acrylics are terrible for painting. I hate acrylic, but I do it because it's healthy fusion. Oil is pretty much kind of poisonous. So, but it blends so well. So after, if there's anything that's really hard to blend, like skies or like soft skins, then I would do it with oil after.
I just want to address one random question from Davey. Did you and Saluki ever have a romantic fling? No, I've never had a romantic fling with any one of the people that I've collabed with. I don't do flings, and I've not had a romantic interest quite literally in years. You guys have a lot of assumptions, probably about me and Levy, but me and Levy are actually just really good friends. Also, just to be clear, I don't date outside of my faith, and quite literally none of the people that I have collabed with are of the same faith as me. Don't know how that happened. I love them all, but no. And also, Saluki has a girlfriend. Just so you guys know. Off topic. Just needed to address that.
כמה אנשים יש פה בצ'אט?
There's 92 people.
Ah.
And they go in and out. So like you have new people coming in, new people coming out. Do you want to answer this one?
I don't know where.
Did you take art classes or was it natural gifted you have?
My grandma was a painter, so it kind of runs in the family. My mom's side, they all know how to draw. I did go to art school twice a week. I was a pretty bad student. So I didn't barely go to school, but it did help me a bit. But I guess it's mostly natural.
Yeah, it is mostly natural. You guys can see my face as well. That's how I am.
I used watercolor to coloring.
I use Tiffany S says I use watercolor and color pencil. Acrylic is kind of hard to use.
Yeah, just because of the blending, it's so dry and flaky.
Back to Bread says, do you do commissions?
I don't, but everything has a price to it. So if it's gonna be like a lot of money, then yes.
Someone, אתה לא חייב. Are you a Messianic Jew too, Shalem?
I'm a lot of things. I definitely won't. I don't believe in it in a typical way, but I do believe that I do believe in the whole narrative and Jesus as being divine, but I see it. I just see it very differently than most people. So the category definitely won't fit me.
Someone asks, Shalem, do you sell your artwork online?
I don't really. If someone sees some, well, I don't really sell my paintings now. They're kind of like my children. I'm painting paintings for the fun. I'm in a big break in my life, and I'm not working. I'm just doing my own thing. But everything has a price, I guess, except for the little ones I'm doing now. They're my children, not giving them up for any price.
Someone says, do you ever make art of Yeshua?
I did do a portrait like 10 years ago.
Right.
I think she even had videoed it. I think it's in the Instagram, if I'm not if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
it could be. I did a video of it like a while ago, but it's not a public one on my channel. Um,
But the face needs to be fixed. I actually seen it again after years. I opened it up and I looked at it. It the proportions just it looks like I filled his lips with filler or something. Or something just does not look right. It needs fixing.
He looks very model-esque. Like he looks like a model Yeshua. You know what I mean? He's like very handsome looking. Um, Someone asks Brian J. Miller. Hi, Brian. How much do you charge for a painting, or how does that work?
It depends how much it takes me to paint it. If it takes me a month to paint a painting, then the painting is going to cost an average month cost of just like a regular person. That works.
Hi, Aaron. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm assuming that we're going to end the live soon-ish, but I'm still happy that you popped up here. G asks, are you complete with your name? I'm not entirely sure what that means.
My name means complete. I don't
Yeah.
know if that was ironic, but my name in Hebrew means complete or peaceful. It came to me in a dream. So I actually wanted
Really?
to change my name. And before I wanted to change my name, it came to me in a dream. Everything I do comes in dreams. That's how I work. And it just spoke to me and I just knew it.
Can we hear the dream, or is it too personal?
Just what it is. That was my name in the dream.
That was your name in the dream.
Yeah.
It's cool, so cool. I actually didn't know that.
So I'm very complete with my complete name.
That's funny, the things you discover. I actually had God added to me a middle name. So my middle name, Almagol, means fearless. That was added to me like during the day. I just kept hearing Oriel Almagor Moran, Oriel Almagor Moran. And I was like, what is this thing? And I realized that God was telling me, like, this is your name. And so I added that. And then I had a dream about why I would need to be fearless for the future. And then I added it like actually in my ID, my official ID. And your name is also officially changed in your ID. So yeah. Let's see. You guys are also, thank you guys for being so kind and so nice to my family. Like I love the fact that you guys are getting to know my family.
Do you have kids, Shalem?
Someone
No,
asks if
I
Shalem
don't.
has kids.
I don't have kids. If I would like them to follow in my artistic footsteps, I don't care what they'll do. I don't care if they'll be a technical, mechanical job or be an artist, as long as they know how to. I'm gonna teach them to be themselves. I'm assuming they'll probably be artists just because of genetics, but
Could be, yeah.
A parent has to let the child blossom into what he is and not try to make them what they want.
Yeah, it's a good answer. Shannon, what is a common theme you dream about?
It's a common thing I dream about. Most of it is kind of like, I guess, like higher realms in heaven or beautiful places. I love beauty. I dream about beautiful temples, very specific designs, and also just things that are going to happen. Like what's going to happen in 50 years, what's going to happen in 1,000 years, what's going to happen in a week. Those are typical things.
Someone Feather 8B, Oriel, do you do art as well? I cannot draw or paint to save my life. It's just not in me. I don't know how. I'm not good at it. I don't have a knack for it. I have a pleasant voice. I don't sing professionally anymore. I was semi-professional, so I sing, I write. That's where my creativity sort of comes into play. And also just I create content. So I'm more or less a storyteller, if you will, but I can't paint. It's not really me. A family of dreamers. That's beautiful. Yes, actually, in our family, that sort of gifting is very much in us. We all dream. Some more or less than others, but we all dream, and most of us have gone through the process of like learning dream interpretation. So
A
yeah,
Picasso in the family. That's
Picasso.
a comment. So actually, I was born on the 25th of October, the same day as Picasso.
באמת?
And he was like, he's why I started painting. My grandma bought me a little Picasso book. And when Picasso was 15, 14, he would draw hyper realistically. It wasn't the nose here and the eye there. He would know how to draw. It was very inspiring. And I just tried to like copy all his paintings. So I'm a reincarnation of Picasso. Just joking, but we have the same date.
That's cool. Shannon asked, typically, are you given a first and second name by your parents? Have you both changed your first name?
We usually Israelis don't have second names.
Yeah, they don't necessarily have a second name. In our family, we all have, well, us three first siblings don't have a middle name. And then the three latter siblings do have a middle name. So it's like Hila, before you want to say your original name, or you'd rather before you were Shalem, his name is Netanel, or like Nathaniel, right? And then you changed your name. My name has always been Uriel. I just added a middle name. And then my younger siblings, it's Eliav Daniel, Oria Ruth, Eliav Daniel, and Adia Chen. And so they have middle names. But I don't know why my parents did it that way. But it's not, here in Israel, it's not like a typical thing to give your child a middle name necessarily. Aaron says, I used to not like my name. I thought it sounded like a girl's name, but my mom told me it was Hebrew from the Bible, and now I love my name. Yeah, your name is biblical.
What is it?
Aaron. Aaron?
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
I've never heard a girl named Aaron.
Yeah, we don't have girls here named Aaron.
Only men, I don't know.
Shannon asked, do you have any prophetic dreams?
I think all of them are prophetic. If I have a dream that's not, you can learn from that also. It's like a dream from the soul, and it's a lot of information to work on yourself. But I think all of them are prophetic. I spend a lot of time recording them just for the record. You know, they're important, and anyone can at some point.
Joe Egbert, I've seen your paintings. Your dad would bring them when he came to Ohio. Also, Linda McManus is a friend of mine, and she has shared them every so often. Your paintings are beautiful. That's so nice. That's very personal. Joe Egbert. Hi, Joe.
Where's this picture?
There's no picture. It's just a profile.
That's really nice to hear that you know my dad. And I don't know if I was there or not. I haven't been in America for years. So I probably wasn't there, but that's kind of interesting to hear.
Shannon, who is your favorite artist that you admire?
My favorite artist?
Wait a second. Martina, wow, this is the second time you've been giving tonight. Laila Tov, y'all. It was a long day, a lot of driving today. It's time for me to go to bed. Martina, thank you so much. They were so generous today. People that gave and gave and gave.
Gave what?
They donated. They gave support because all of the revenue goes to Chaylim in post-trauma and also like Jewish Arab relations. It's all donated. And so they're just literally just donating to the cause. So thank you so much, Martina. And good night. Thanks for being here, even though you were tired. Back to the question. What was the question? Sorry.
My favorite artist is William Adolph Bouguereau.
Who's that?
Check him on Google. He painted Venus, the famous Venus one, not the one with the orange hair, but the one. It looks so pastel. Oh, he's the best artist that has ever been.
William. What's his name?
Adolf. Not Hitler.
Oh, him. Okay.
Bouguereau.
Should I write Venice and I'll find it? Maybe I can find the picture. Is it any one of these?
That one. Yeah.
This?
Well, it's bigger than that.
This one?
Yeah.
So guys, just so that you can see what he's talking about, and I'm sorry if nudity is like this is a nude picture of a painting of Venice. So if that's not for you, don't open this clip. But I just put that in the chat so you guys can see what he's talking about. Continue. So you're saying just the pastels and the
I
pictures?
don't think there's a better artist in history. It just blends so beautiful. It looks like heaven.
Wow. How do you say Daniel in Hebrew? Daniel.
Surprising.
Daniel is Daniel. Somebody stole Bogdan. Somebody stole all my beer, and now I am very upset, angry. Should I seek revenge or forgive?
I think you should kill him. Gently, but pray about it.
This is not the answer that I would give. I think that it would be of no benefit of you to seek revenge. You might need to seek, to figure out what is happening, because it's not okay to steal. But I think that forgiveness will go better for you in the long run.
Or kill him.
Okay. Or maybe not that. Let's see. Someone's saying, take a glass of water, it'll calm you down. That's nice. Let's see. Oh, someone's sharing a dream. Stacy, I dreamed I was above earth watching Yeshua running as a lion on earth with a rainbow trail behind the lion and manifesting as himself, knocking on doors all over the world. That's quite a powerful dream. I feel like I can visualizing that as I'm reading it. That's very powerful. Thanks for sharing that, Stacy Kirk.
It reminds me of a painting on my page that actually does have a rainbow trail with like a rainbow castle. You can look it up.
Yeah, so my brother's Instagram, Shalem's Instagram is pinned at the top, so you guys can go and search that if you want, and subscribe. Hi, David. Oh, yeah, I love your live chats because I'm moved in my spirit by you and your subscribers. Aw, thanks. Guys, I have the absolute best subscribers. I've been on this for 2 hours, and there's consistently been a bit less than 100. I mean, that for me is amazing. And when I turn off this chat, I will see about a few hundred, which is so cool, which means that a few hundred of you guys came in and out of the chat, and I love you guys for it. Someone says rainbow is a promise from God. That's actually that can be very accurate to dreams. That dreams are very symbolic. So oftentimes rainbows they speak of promise or of covenant, and you see that from the book of Genesis when after the flood, God sort of puts a rainbow in the sky as a sign of His covenant. So that's very true. The dreams oftentimes. Shannon, what does Shalem do as a job?
Artist, yeah.
He's an artist.
Painter.
Yeah. And what is Shalem's? You have great questions, Shannon. And what is Shalem's favorite place in Israel? You know that mine is the Judean desert. Yeah, that's true. What's your favorite place in Israel? No, you have to think.
Well, visually wise, if you stand at the municipality in Jerusalem and you look at the view, you will see the walls of Jerusalem and the beautiful green park and the David Castle, and then the far mountains of Mount of Olives. Just the dynamic is so beautiful. It looks like Jerusalem. I think that's the beautifulest part of Jerusalem. So when you go to Jerusalem sometime, stand at the municipality and look down to the Jaffa gate. The dynamic of the landscape is so beautiful and it's so iconic.
I love that for you.
And then get like blown up or shot by a terrorist.
No, it's not that dangerous. You're going to scare them from coming. Someone says that you often watch the lives after. Guys, I do keep the lives up for that reason, because I know that you guys, if you miss it, you want to watch it after. So thank you for going and watching it after. When I did the live with Levi, I really saw that like hundreds of you did go back and watch it, and that was such a fun live. If you want more lives with Levi, let us know, because we'd love to do more.
I might paint it. I'm not sure.
Hmm? Oh yeah, who's the handsome young man? Handsome young man is my brother, Shalem. You guys are getting to know my family today. We had a live with my Ima answering questions, and now my brother.
Thanks, Marie.
Morella C.
Morella. Thanks, Morella.
Mm-mm. Oh, Baya Abinav, Abinav. I really hope I'm saying your name right. You're so kind always. Have a really good night.
You drew 2 race cars with like Jackson Pollock inspired. I would love to see that. I don't know how that looks like. That sounds kind of cool.
I painted 2 race cars inspired by Jackson Pollock. I enjoyed painting cars. Oh, cool. I'm so impressed by anyone who knows how to paint. Like, I quite literally don't. He laughs at me, Kiro. I don't know how to like combine, blend colors. I don't know what color makes what color. Like, I would fail this test. And someone says paint Bunny. Bunny is iconic.
I don't think I have a big enough canvas to fit his whole body inside.
It's massive, Bunny. Your little cappuccino. Shalem, I adopted your Ima today. My mother is a mother to the motherless for sure. She's very practical and very maternal, and she sort of like fixes things for you. And
She's the god of practical.
wow, wow,
And
she's
if it's not practical, it does not exist.
not practical. Doesn't exist. I told them also. And like אמא שלי כאילו מאוד פרקטית. Okay. Let's see if you guys have more questions. I think you said that his favorite artist was the person we pinned up above.
William Bouguereau.
William Buru. That's why I like her, because she's very practical. What would you say, Shalem? Like, would you say that you're more like Ima or more like Abba, or are you a blend?
I'm definitely not like my mom. I can be harsh like my mom. Like harsh meaning like
Direct, maybe.
my mom she's like the tough. I don't know how to
Tough
explain
Israeli.
it.
She's Israeli. She's Israeli.
My dad was very friendly, very outgoing, very friendly. There wasn't a person that didn't like him. Everybody loved him. And my mom, she's not like the friendly, outgoing. She's more practical, and
She is nice though. She's not that nice.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not practical like my mom at all. My head is in the clouds all the time, and my mom has to like constantly try to pull me down to earth.
My brother is very much like Space Cadet. She is a strong woman. Yes, my mother is a very strong woman. I'm very inspired by her. I don't know that I'm that strong. She sounds more serious. He sounds more laid back. Probably in some ways.
My dad was more spiritual, friendly.
Like, imagine me, but like in a man.
And,
נכון? Like I was.
you have the practical also.
Yeah.
And my mom is like bureaucracy, and if she doesn't get what she wants or needs, she will bring the system down.
Yes.
She will
fights
tear.
for her children.
No one can stand against her.
No one can stand against my Ima. Oh, honey bunny, bonsoir. Hello from Quebec. Your brother is cute. Do you have WhatsApp? Can we go on a date? Honey bunny, are you a man or a woman?
I'm gonna go on a date with a bunny.
With a honey bunny. Tara, my heart is with you. I lost my dad to brain cancer, and he was also outgoing, and everyone loved him. I remember this, that you said this, Tara, and I'm very sorry. We definitely know.
I understand, Tara.
Yeah, we lost our Abba 3 years ago from colon cancer. He fought it for 3.5 years. He was a real fighter. He did everything to stay, and eventually he had to go home. But we know how that feels, so we're very sorry. Tara, I'm a space cadet too.
Are you an artist also, Tara?
Daniel D, your mom is lovely, very motherly, reminded me of my mother. Yes, she is a mama bear. 17 tuber, we love your parents by watching you. By their fruits ye shall know them. Yeah. You guys are so kind to each other. You guys are so kind to each other. This is why I say I have the I have the best community, because you're not just supportive of me, you're supportive of each other in the comments, and this is what I love about us. Like, really, you guys are the best. Shannon, are you guys morning or night people? Well, it's 1:17 a.m. right now.
I woke up at 9:30 in the evening, and I'm gonna be awake all night, and I'm gonna sleep at 3 in the
Afternoon.
afternoon. So if that answers your question.
We've always been night owls. You and I have always been night owls.
I think my whole family kind of wake up at night. Just the thing.
I don't know what it is about us.
Most people in the family, it's hard to talk to them even in the morning.
I'm okay in the morning. You can talk to me in the morning. My Ema, oh my gosh, she. I remember this was like not too long ago. I said something like, I was thinking about Yocheved, Moses' mom, and I was thinking of the spiritual question, like how she must have, like what she saw in Moses when she looked at him and said that he was like a good child or something like that. And I'm like, Ema, what do you think? And she's like, Oriel, I don't think. I just woke up.
That's so funny.
I'm
Because
like, she's just not like this. And I can have very deep thoughts. If you wake me up in the middle of the night, I can answer you. And she's just like, I didn't have my coffee. Don't talk to me. Like, you know?
she's usually the one that when you wake up, she's like, you're like barely seeing, and she's like, did you give me this document and this document? I need you to go into
she gets
this and touch the
practical.
computer and you go and sweep this.
Yeah,
I
but that's
just woke
also
up.
she's been awake for a while, but she doesn't care if you just woke up. She's like, no, I need this answer now. But if you ask her, it doesn't work both ways. Let's see. Does your father visit you in dreams?
Yeah, for sure. All the time. Once a month or twice a month. Probably.
Night is when the best ideas come to me.
Yeah.
Shalem, architecture sketching. I find it very interesting.
I love architecture. I live for architecture. My dream is that the world will build beautifully and not disgustingly, and not out of a will for a want for like money. Usually buildings are so ugly because people don't want to spend money on making them beautiful. They're very stingy. It's pretty disgusting personality trait. So if I could give back the world some kind of inspiration to build architecture like we used to, when we didn't even have technology, it was important for us to bring beauty back into the world. And it's one of my missions, I guess, on this life, to try to do it in some kind of way. So yeah, heavenly architecture, it's very important. We come to a place in the history that we can, because we have the technology to do it simply and succeed. So we should live in a world where is inspiring. It connects you to God. It connects you to beauty. We're supposed to live in a beautiful environment.
I love this answer.
Love that for you.
I love that for you. Someone said, Shannon, you're coming up with all the greatest questions. I love this. You're very creative. What's your favorite type of music to paint to, or do you paint in silence?
I I don't I don't I don't paint with music or anything. I just
Sometimes you do, though. You put it here on the Google, and sometimes you do, or you put a show. Not all the time.
yeah, just read the randomest songs ever. It doesn't have a pattern. You should guys try. I don't know if you guys are Israeli or not. Are they Israeli?
Most of them are not Israeli here.
You guys should try to listen to Israeli music. Try Sarit Hadad.
Here,
I love her music.
I'll find a YouTube link.
Tell
Give me a song. I'll send it to them.
Eden Hasson.
Eden
love his music.
Hasson. So here's Eden Hasson for you guys. I'll put this link so that you guys can enjoy Eden Hasson. Bunny! Did you hear Bunny? You guys heard Bunny. He's like, meow. Come here, Chino. It's Bunny. Hey, Guppy. He just appears. Yeah, meow. Anyways, I'm gonna pin this new one so you guys can see Eden Hasson. Someone says, I love Mikedem. Yeah, so Mikedem, if you guys want to search Mikedem, they are Messianic Jewish band, if you will. So you guys can search Mikedem. Everyone says hi to Bunny. I was going to end the chat, and I only came down here to search for Bunny so that they can say bye to him because they love Bunny. Sometimes we give him snacks together at the end of the live just to give him snacks. Cappuccino. A cup of Bunny. Come here, Guppy. Anyways, he's on the floor, so I can't always pick him up because he's like.
Shiloh Ben Hod lives.
No, don't say where we live. We don't.
No, I'm just saying that he.
No, we don't say anywhere about where I live or who lives close to me. He lives in the general area.
Friend. We're good friends.
Okay.
After years, we're good friends still.
Yeah. So my mom, our mom, and their mom know each other since they were like teenagers, and their families sort of grew up together in different ways, and so we're all the siblings are. We have we have similar ages within the siblings of their family and our family, so we have friends. I'm on the live. We're still on the live. My Ima said she's gonna go to sleep, but now she's like coming down to the kitchen. Yeah, Tara. Yep, it's sad that we have to be careful like that, but that's the world we live in today. Yeah, I try to not tell people where I live because it won't be smart for me to do that. Guys, I'm also like not wanting to make the subject like dreary, but I'm like very discouraged by like the type of like messages that I get, like DMs on Instagram, because it gets like quite like crass and like sexual and like not nice. And I guess the reason I'm saying this to you guys is that I'm really grateful that you guys are like wholesome, healthy, respectful people, because I feel very, very safe in our little YouTube community because you guys are so good to me. And so you're just, you're good people. And so thanks for being that way towards me and respecting me and my body as well. So thanks. Also, just right. Bunny. Gino, this is the kitchen, by the way. Sorry, I don't think I've ever shown you guys the house. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But anyways, Bunny is over here chilling. We're chilling with you guys. We're enjoying this live. It's like 1:30 and we're chilling.
Hi from the Netherlands. Hello, back.
Wait, where's the Netherlands? You guys are so nice. You deserve to be respected. You know what? I do. I deserve to be respected. I deserve to not be sexualized. And that gross men don't talk about my body. It's not nice. It's starting to get very disturbing. Shannon, will you give up that place when you move temporarily to the old city? This is my family home. my parents own this home. This is the home I technically grew up in the most. Just downstairs. My room was downstairs, and the room that I am now is like my sister's room. So we somehow swapped. So I won't be giving up anything technically. I will be staying in the old city at some point for a while. That is
The old city?
the old city, yes.
No, the
I don't know where I'm going to stay yet, but I just feel like I need to go there. Franciscus, hi. We have adopted two red kittens and named them Ariel and Kfir. Yeah, it's very sweet of you guys. Yeah, Ariel and Kfir, the Bibas family and Shiri, they and Ariel, they really entered a lot of people's hearts. So thanks for commemorating them in that way. Tara, it's odd that anyone would send gross messages to you, and you are a respectable woman and do not put off that energy at all. Thank you. I don't think I put off that energy at all. You know what I mean? Like, even this, for some people, just the fact that they see my shoulders is like sexualized. I'm like, people, please, like, have some self-control. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to, like, not do this. Like, it's not anyone's business. Anyways, I'm getting mad at it. Don't mind me. Aw, Tiffany, you guys are so nice. Faithful sidekick Buttercup. How was the heat wave for you guys? Oh my gosh. It was horrible. It was horrendous. That heat wave, we had 43 degrees in the city I live in now. Horrible. It was just like, it was unbearable. I literally, never mind. Like, it was not fun. Sweating all the time. Oh, hi, Stefan from Berlin. Yeah, Hirsch also really entered people's hearts. You guys are the sweetest. What is this? I love you guys so much. What is that in Fahrenheit? Hey, Google. How much is 43 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
42 degrees Celsius is 107.6 degrees.
107.
To convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Hey, Google, stop. 107 Fahrenheit.
Almost 108 because we were 44 degrees.
Oh, really?
So 108.
Guys, it was hot and it was blah. It was really not nice. Yeah, it is hot. Oh, your Google went off too. Sorry. People's Googles, because the word is hey, and then the word Google. And so their Google went off. Yeah, pray for Rome Braslavsky. Guys, I was at the Hostages Square a few days ago for that mass protest. There were 400,000 people crammed like you wouldn't believe, and it was very sad. It was just people were just like, we need to get them home. I don't know what to think about it anymore, honestly.
She named his daughter Alexa, and now all the lights are going on and off. I feel so bad for you.
Oh no. It's not safe in the old city. It's pretty safe in the old city. It's okay. I mean, sometimes it's not safe, but it's not like an all the time thing. And maybe at night you don't want to really walk alone so much if you're a girl. Like, you have to be prepared for like guys looking at you a bit, but it's not like not safe. How many hostages are captured still? So there's 49 there in total. And there's about 20 that are believed to still be alive. About 20. Daniel D, we are still praying for them in Scotland, CFI. Thanks for that. They need your prayers. Who is with you? I'm curious. This is my brother, Shalem. He is older than me and a year and a half older than me. Why don't you have a gun license? Which one of us?
I do.
Yeah, technically you can't. Like, you have been in the army and shot guns and all this stuff, and you can get a gun license if you want. I don't have. Yeah, the video I saw of the hostage in the tunnel, they were making him dig. I cried for hours. What the heck is wrong with this world? I think it's just shocking, shocking footage, and yet there's nothing shocking when it comes to Hamas because it's literally just they're just monsters. Like there's no other way to say it. Like they're inhumane monsters. How old are you both? I'm 34. He's a year and a half older than me.
35.
Yeah. Will you purchase a car? Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. So I have my friend's car until the end of the month, and then my sister and her husband. I just have to show you guys Bunny. Do you understand this? He's like on his back with his legs like Cuppy, cappuccino, Cupper Bunny. He's just chilling over there, enjoying his life. Anyways, I'll have a car for a few months because my sister and her husband are going on like a very, very long honeymoon. And so I'll have their little Jeep and we're going to go on to all these places. So look forward to that. Also, guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do because I post there just the stories of like the day to day. And I'd love to share that with you guys. I thought you're 25. I don't know if I look 25 anymore, but thank you. That's very sweet of you. And yes, they are monsters. Wow, Franciscus, I put since October 7th more than 1,000 posters from Ariel and Kfir in my city in the Netherlands.
Did they rip it
Thank you. Yeah, did they rip them off? You guys are amazing to do that, like abroad, really, to raise awareness. Tara, you both still youngins. I'm 45, older than dirt. 45 is not older than dirt. And I have loads of friends that are 45 in their 50s, 60s. So I don't feel a difference between us. You're young, we're young. Don't call yourself older than dirt, Tara. No, that's not the truth. Yeah. Feather talking about Bunny. He wants you to come to bed. Nesting time. He's trying to tell you. He's chilling all the time. He just wants to be where I am. בא לך לעצור? אני אעצור עוד מעט כי אני רוצה לישון. Stacy says, I always say the Shema every single morning and daven for Eretz Israel first thing. Loving Israel is like loving Yeshua. So for you guys that don't know, daven is basically like to pray. Bunny, Chino. No, it's not any of your business. Pepper Bunny, Chino. Come here. Come say hi to the vlog. Oh, it's my bunny. There you go. You got Bunny like face to face. You just jumped on the counter to like try and lick the butter. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end in a bit because it's 1:30. Oh, Chino, come here, Bunny. Come here, Cuppy. Oh, are you feeling left out? Say hi. Okay, Bunny, don't drink from other people's. Okay. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end the live. We've been on the live for 2.5 hours. I tell you guys, I don't ever feel it with you guys. We're just literally having conversations. No, Bunny, Edward, if you want to see my brother's artwork, you can. I'll link it again on his from his Instagram so you guys can see. Bunny, Chino. It's like he's like complaining because I'm not giving him attention. That's what's happening. Do you understand? Do you understand what's happening? Copper Bunny. Copperoni. Okay. I'm just gonna pin my brother's Shalem's Instagram again, so you guys can have that at the top. And Bunny, oh no, Bunny, I don't know what he's doing. Bunny, are you going crazy? This is how he gets when he gets like restless. He'll start climbing on things, and I'm like, what do you want from there? There's nothing there. There's never been anything there for you. Puppy. Okay, he's getting a bit restless. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the live here. I'm so happy that we've had consistently about 70 to 100 people here, and for 2.5 hours, literally, you guys are the absolute best. I want to say thank you again to everyone that donated. I'm really, really, really looking forward to like making a little video so you guys can actually see where the money is going to and how it's helping people. And that's it. You want to say goodnight?
And all the rumors and the paparazzi pictures that you've seen are not true, so don't believe it.
He's talking like influencers. Like, don't believe the rumors. No one knows how it's actually like to be me. But yes, I'm so happy that you guys got to know Shalem, my brother.
Bye, guys.
And my Ima, our Ima. And let's end the live with Copper Bunny. Cappuccino. Just chilling over here. Bunny. He's like not understanding what's happening. I think he's looking at the computer and he's like, what's happening? Bunny, what's wrong? Are you okay? Anyways, he's I don't know what's happening with him. But anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for all the good nights and all the blessings. And I want to say thank you guys so much for donating. I feel like we like had like a few hundred like dollars even. I don't know if that's true, but I need to look back at the amounts. You guys are amazing. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. The next vlog will be finally the Samaritan one with it's not a collab, but it's I guess a familiar face. Right, Bunny? Cappuccino? And that's it. I don't know how I ended up this live on the floor of the kitchen next to Copper Bunny. Right, Bunny? Oh, you want to go nanay, Cuppy? Copper goes nanay? He's so freaking cute. You want to say goodnight, Bunny? Oh, okay. I'm like literally almost out of battery. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We start saying Shabbat Shalom literally from like a Thursday night, which is now is a Thursday night. And you know what? Bunny doesn't do catnip. He just doesn't. Don't know why. He's not really like into it so much. Oh, okay. I'm so tired. Oh. That's literally the stem of like a tomato. Yeah. Oh. Where is it, Bunny? Where is it? Oh. Whoop. Okay. And whoop. Opa. And whoop. Okay. That's it from Bunny and I. I love you guys. Bunny keeps kosher. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in one of the next lives. Bye.